Grace, peace, and mercy to you all. So on Friday, the Observer ran the article I sent to them, and I know a lot of folk at St. Stephen do subscribe to the Observer, but plenty do not. So I wanted to pass on that same message to you all. Here at St. Stephen, 3145 Park Ave, we're doing an online Bible study series on suffering. This last week we looked at lamentation and marveled at lament psalms. They name very clearly a whole batch of problems and seek God's intervention for them. And almost inevitably, they end in thanksgiving. There is something abrupt about 8 verses of woe followed by 1 or 2 verses of thanksgiving. And yet, in the face of the wide variety of tragedy, sorrow, anxiety, and inconvenience that these last few months have brought, I come away with no other words than thank you. In the last few weeks, the level of generosity, both within St. Stephen and the wider church, and from the communities surrounding us, has been astonishing. I'm especially thankful for the generous donations to our pop-up food pantry. The South Plainfield Elks, the Rotary Club of the Plainfields, the New Jersey Synod, and the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, not to mention the ongoing work of the Middlesex County Food Organization and Outreach Distribution Service, or as it's commonly known, McFoods. I also thank God for the borough's Social Service Pantry and Sacred Heart Pantry, both of which do a larger, systematic job of feeding folk. Whereas our goal is to pop up, to help at the point when there are more weeks left in the month than there is food left in the house. Our pantry will next be popping up on May 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. We'll be bringing food out to people's cars in the parking lot in order to minimize the risk of accidental exposure to the virus. Please know that behind those bags of food and other necessary items are a whole host of civic organizations, national and regional expressions of church, county government, and some very dedicated volunteers at St. Stephen. For all of this, and for so very much more, I give thanks to God. God bless you all.